Okay, I've gone through and I've actually sewn it all together, as you can see. Yay, a little top, a little small for me. And I went and I turned it right side in, and I also ironed it. And what you're looking for is you're trying to make sure that all of your seams match up. And a lot of times when you're doing a garment so small such as this, or like children's clothing, is what I found is that sometimes the machine doesn't always stitch all the way through and you have to redo some things. Now, a real pain in the butt is you're trying to turn a curved garment because it's not going to be a square, and then you're trying to get things through. So one trick is, what I would do is I would typically stick my finger in the little pocket like so, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the pin, so I got like just a normal pin, and you stick it inside, and you can actually pull out gently. You don't want to ruin the stitch, but you just want to kind of use that as an aid to kind of undo that pocket, if you will. So this is the top of our dress, and now we're going to actually just kind of wait on putting any type of fasteners. What I've done is I've actually left this part open so that this is the back side. So when the two pieces come together, we will actually put a fastener in. So this is kind of what you've got at the moment. Trying to put it together there. Now the next part that you're gonna do is you're eventually gonna sew the little straps together, and as you can see, it's a little top just for your American Girl doll. Now this particular dress does not have sleeves. I've done sleeves before, they're hard, but it's not totally undoable. I mean, not totally. You can accomplish it being a beginner, and I still consider myself pretty novice, to be honest with you. But you just have to be really patient and diligent about looking for places where the sewing didn't match up. Sleeves are a little bit more tricky, and we may do that in another video some other time. Now I'm gonna actually go on and move into the skirt. Okay, so looking at the skirt, we have the two pieces, and they're really long. And with this particular pattern, it's going to have an upper part of a skirt and a lower part of the skirt, remembering that our original design. And so I'm going to actually find those wonderful triangles again, okay? And I'm going to put those, the front sides, see the two front sides, remember how we talked about that earlier. I'm going to put the two front sides together, matching up my triangles. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. So moms, if you're helping your daughters out, be sure to kind of help them along when they're trying to stitch it or at least pin it. This is something I definitely recommend. You do not skip out on pinning this because it is a curve. You're matching, you're actually going to match two opposite circles together, because when you open them back up, there'll be one flowing original, okay? Okay, so I've gone through and I actually pinned the whole top and the first part and the second part of the skirt together. What I've done is I put the smaller fabric on the top because it's actually going to be the part that hits the waistline, and you'll see how that measures up. Don't be alarmed if it does this sort of thing where you've got, you know, oh, it looks like there's too much, there's too much. Well, of course there's too much, because one side is going to be longer than the other side, but it's okay. This is kind of what I tell my driver's ed kids. What exactly is a curve? We're working with a curve here, and a curve is just a continuation of a bunch of straight lines. And so when I'm sewing and I'm putting like a curve together, because this is a skirt, it's going to curve, it's going to go around the waist, and it's going to be circular. So we're just going to have a bunch of straight lines. So I will stitch it and I'll adjust just like I did before. Then I'm going to press it and just do exactly like I did the top part, okay? Now, as you can see, there's a little bit of extra fabric right back in here. That's because this part of the dress, again, is the bottom. It's going to be longer than this piece right here, okay? So I'm going to try and videotape from this angle. Hopefully my fingers won't get in the way too much. I'm I've never ever sewn my hand underneath there, because typically your finger is going to get, it's going to get stopped by the foot. And that's why I never really worry about it. I had a former student of mine get scared, and she was like, I don't know, I'm going to sew my hand off. And I was like, it's really not possible. Maybe if you had like long fingernails, but obviously I don't. So, all right.